Good morning, everybody. Ron Presley here this morning, coming to you from Florida. I've got a tip for you today that I wanted to relay from a tournament angler that I'd spoken to about some of the things that he does when he gets ready for a tournament. One of the things that he mentioned to me was something I hadn't heard of before and hadn't thought of myself, and it has to do with the transducer. This is a relatively new transducer I have on the boat because I just put a new unit in, but I have an older one here that I'll use for the demonstration. And basically, you might go out someday and you notice that you're got a little more noise on your unit than you're used to, or something it doesn't look just right. And there's a couple of little things that can cause that. One of them is that over time, and this is especially true for boats that are stored in the water, algae or other marine growth can actually adhere to the surface, the bottom surface of your transducer, and interfere with proper operation. So there's a fairly simple solution to that, and the manufacturers suggest that you simply take a liquid detergent. Dawn is the one that's used a lot in the marine industry, and you can wipe this down, wet it down, clean this surface. This surface is very important to the operation of the unit and needs to be cleaned. This one is older, and when I run my finger over that, it looks really good, but I can feel a little bit of roughness to that probably could have an effect. When the other thing that happens is that if you trailer a boat, in other words the boats that are left out of the water for a long period of time, little bitty small bubbles will get on that transducer when you put it in the water, and that bottom has to be wet to work effectively. So the solution to that, if you can get to your transducer once you've got the boat in the water, all you have to do is just run your finger across like that. It'll push those bubbles off. Believe it or not, those small little things can impact the effectiveness of what you're seeing on the screen. The other thing, since these do, and sometimes you might want to flip it up on the boat if you're trying to clean it, it just gives you better access to cleaning and also for checking the connections and all, make sure they're good. But when you drive these new transducers, these new electronics especially, use the water to cool, and it's not a good idea at all to run them out of the water. So be sure and turn your transducer off before you take the trailer out of the water. Well, there's a couple little things that might help you out if you're having some problems with your electronics. That's your B&M tip of the month.